Good morning, I'm Kiran Raj. Welcome to the online classes on problem solving using C. Today we will discuss about second part of the character array and strings. In the previous class we have discussed about taking the input or the strings from the terminal. Today we will discuss about writing the strings to the screen. You can write the strings to the screen using the printf, putchar and puts. While coming to the printf statement, it will be using the %f format specifier will be used. The syntax is printf %s followed by the character name or character array name which you want to display. So this is one of the example printf %s and name. So it is going to display or it is going to write name on the screen. Here precision can be also used. The format is %w.d and s, where s represents it is a string, w represents number of columns or the field width, and D represents the number of characters that need to be printed. So the syntax is star star, where first two represent star represents W, that is field width and the number of characters. While coming to the printing, the character or the strings will be printed in the right justified manner, but when you use minus symbol with the format specifiers, it will be printed in the left justified manner. So this is one example where I am storing geeks for geeks in the string str. So first I am trying to print the str. So what I have provided is W, that is field width is given. So when I am mentioning 20, I already mentioned it is going to be printed in the right justified manner. So it will create the 20 spaces and it is going to print geeks for geeks. While coming to the second one, where geeks for geeks has the more number of characters, but what I have specified, I only said that I am going to provide 10 columns or the 10 field is provided. Whenever I am providing less number of spaces or less number of field width compared to the original string which I want to print, then the original string will be printed and the field width will be ignored. And while coming to the third one, I am mentioning minus 20. So that means the string will be printed in the left justified manner and I will be having the 20 columns. Don't get confusion with the second one, because the 20 columns are not created here or the 20 space is not provided here, but in the second one 20 spaces provided. And while coming to the fourth one, the 20.5, that is 20, that means the number of spaces that is created is 20, but what about 5 there? 5 specifies the number of characters that need to be printed. So only first 5 characters will be taken and it will be printed. Now coming to the minus 20.5, that means it will be 20 columns or the 20 spaces will be created and only 5 letters will be printed, but it will be printed in the left justified manner. Now let me say that I have 0 here. Instead of 5 I have the 0. That means what? None of the characters will get printed. So using putchar and the puts, putchar is very similar to %c, whenever you're going to use the percentage c, it is very similar to putchar. But one drawback of the putchar is you can only print one character at a time. So if you want to print the string, then what you have to do, you have to enclose the putchar inside the for loop. Then only you can have the string, or you can print the string. Another thing is puts function, where it is very similar to gets function. So how it is going to get complete line? In the same manner, puts also, it can display the complete line, or it can display the complete string. So in the puts, it is very similar to percentages there, okay, and it is just the does the reverse operation of gets. Gets is going to get the string or get the line, and while coming to puts, it is going to display the line. Arithmetic operations on the character. Whenever you have the character, or the character constants are there, or the character variables are there, you can use them in the expression, and whenever you are going to use them in the expression, or whenever you are going to use the character constant in expression, it will be converted to integer value by the system. But how they are going to convert into integer value, that depends on the local character set that is used by your system. If your system is going to use the ASCII representation, then it will be converted using the ASCII. If it is using the BCD, that is binary coded decimal, then it will connect it to BCD. If it is using UTF-8, 16 or 32, then it will be converted to those structure. Okay. So here what I'm having is x is equal to a. Now let me consider x is an integer and a is a character constant. Now let me say that you are going to use the ASCII table. Okay, then what will be happening here is, I have the ASCII table here. The representation of small a is 97. Okay, so it will be converted to 97. Character a is similar to 97. So when I print x, the 97 will get printed. Now if you see here also, I can do the mathematical operations also. Why? Because z will be converted into this one, that is integer value, that is z is present here, which is 122. So 122 minus 1, it will be 121, and that will be stored here. Again, whenever the character or the character constant, they can be also used in the relational operation. For example, here you are checking whether the character what you want to enter, whether it is in between capital A and capital Z. That means you are saying that it will be capital alphabets from A to Z. And what I want to do here is, I have by mistaken, I have uh, taken the integer as the character constant. So how to convert that? Very simple one. Negate that number by using the 0 character constant. So when you do that, the 7 minus 0, it will give you the proper value. For example, 7 is 55 in the character ASCII representation, that is character 7, and 0 character is 45. Sorry, 47. So 55 minus 47, it will come across, the answer will be 7 there. So string to number. So whenever you want to convert the string to the integer number, what you can do is you can have the ASCII to integer function a to I, that is ASCII to integer. That time let me say that I by mistaken I have used the 1998, made it as string constant. So what I can do, I can use the ATOA function. It will convert that into number. So that will be present in stdlib, and this is the ASCII table, and putting the strings together. While coming to the copying of one string to another string, that cannot be done directly. In the same manner, joining of two strings also cannot be done together, cannot be done. Why? Because the string 1 and string 2 may have the when I combine that, the length of the string 3 may be not supporting it. Okay, that is one problem. And another thing, you cannot copy or you cannot directly assign one string to the another string. Here also, even if I am using the string constant, it cannot be added with the string variable here. Thank you.